Alex here with a legal nuts and bolts video on registering a foreign judgment. So in the United States, if you win a case, you win a lawsuit against somebody. Let's say you're in Nevada and you did business with somebody in Utah and you sued them in Utah and you won and you got a judgment in Utah, or you could even live in Utah. The point isn't that it doesn't matter where you are. It matters where they are and where their assets are. If you get a judgment against a defendant in a certain state and they either move to another state or they have assets in another state that you want to attach and seize, you're going to have to register that judgment in the other state. And the reason for that is the other state does not recognize the judgment from your state, not automatically anyway. Once you go through the process of registering your judgment in the other state, I hear it's a pretty quick process. In Nevada, I believe you just register the judgment at the courthouse. You just go to whatever courthouse in whatever district and register it. You're probably going to want it to be near whatever assets you're trying to attach or seize. And there may be some kind of process for an opponent to have some kind of objection to the registration of the judgment, but they certainly don't get to defend their case again. They don't get to have a whole new trial. They can nitpick some kind of maybe technicality in the registration process that you didn't complete correctly, or maybe you didn't name them properly in the registration or something, some technicality, some procedure problem. They can probably challenge that, but for the most part, the case is, I mean, not for the most part, the case is over. You already won. You just need to register it in a new state. And like I said, one of the biggest reasons that at least I've seen collection agencies do it is because they want to attach some asset that's in the other state. So you can't do that with a foreign judgment. I know it's weird to hear the word foreign because many people think it's a foreign country, but the way the states consider each other is one state is foreign to the other. I mean, that's just, you know, nomenclature or terms, legal terminology. It is a little weird for a lot of people, but that's the way it is. I mean, we think of America as America, and we don't think of each state as having its own unique powers, and that's just the reality of the court system. When it comes to foreign judgments, I'm really curious as to how those work. I'm sorry, federal judgments. When it comes to federal judgments, I'm really curious as to how those work. If anyone has any experience registering a federal judgment in a state, let me know how that went, or maybe you didn't even have to do it. Maybe you were able to execute on assets with the federal judgment straight away. Curious to know how that works. I don't imagine there's any way to register some kind of state determination with the federal government, but maybe there might be a process for that too. These are things I'm not going to bother looking into, and I'm curious to see if anyone here has any experience with that. And I did accidentally mention foreign governments, foreign countries. I also would be curious to see if you can register a judgment from a foreign country in one of our states. I'm sorry that I really don't do all the research for everyone and put that together for everyone in the videos, but I've always said from the very beginning that this channel is about getting people to look at certain things and know that certain tools exist and do the research on their own, especially since I'm not an attorney and I could get in trouble if I give people specific instructions on exactly how things work in the legal system. So that being said, I don't quite feel as bad opening up certain things to the comments, especially since the channel is more of a community than just me telling everyone everything type of situation. And I'm sure once we have a lot more viewers and subscribers, there's going to be a lot more coordination and communication back and forth with those viewers. So it's a good idea that I just kind of keep that going. So again, if anyone has any experience with any of those things that I mentioned, feel free to post in the comments below. With that, I'll go ahead and end this video.